GM, GM. So today on Trade of the Day, I'll look again at AI. It's probably the best sector to track throughout this week. Obviously, we've got the Nvidia conference. So Nvidia in pre-market is trading up. It looks like it's going to open green and may well trend up higher into the conference itself, or as the conference progresses. As for the crypto AI coins, I'm long render, and I'm still long render. Render is actually the strongest of all of them. So even though it is doing a false breakout here initially, at least a potential false breakout, I think there's decent odds that if AI as a whole stays up, that render will find support and rally back up. Looking at the 4 hour bands here, maybe to hold and see if render can reclaim and move higher. Otherwise, the rest of the AI market is lagging slightly. There is a chance that with render having already had a move, maybe it rotates now and something else pumps. I don't know. I'm not really. Looking at all of them from a zoomed out perspective. Render went for the breakout, got sold into initially. Near has a lower high so far. BitTensor moving for a new high. WorldCoin consolidating. Akash consolidating. Ocean looks like a bottom, nice reversal candle, but consolidating. Fetch consolidating. AGIX downtrend, maybe trying to reverse. Clore failed breakout. GPT consolidating. Filecoin reversal, and then back to render. So with it all being up so much, I'm not like super keen on AI just in general. I don't really think the conference is going to produce massive pumps. The main trade I did on render was this one. So it was from down here at the lows. Initially, I was looking at what happens when it hits the highs. So it hit the highs, came back, fall back inside for now. I think this is more likely than not to be a bullish dip and at least get bought up once and make a new high. If from there it shows weakness, I'll close. And if we fall back inside and keep consolidating, maybe I'll close too. I don't know. My expectation is I don't think the Nvidia conference is going to be a massive sell the news event, but I also don't know if it's going to be hugely bullish. It is good for crypto coins because they're going to be in the news. The smaller cap stuff is going to be running. I know Professor Ayush talked about a bunch of them on our stream yesterday. AIX being one of them. Which is that one? No. Was it AIX? It was AIX, wasn't it? Which mustn't be on any. It must only be on Uniswap. See AIX. Am I fucking retarded? It's definitely AIX, right? And OPSEC is another one. Yeah, AI Agent X. So these ones have been moving more. The lower cap ones pushing up. OPSEC was one. Pushing up as well. They're both starting to stall out. There was a couple more he shared on the stream. So if you start to see real lower caps moving, that's one sign, right? If lower caps are rallying this week and the majors aren't, that's telling you that AI is close to done for this particular, rotation, and it'll go back to consolidating or downtrend. Just after this length of a move, both the duration in time and also the price, it can go further, and I do think that there's an extra push to come because when it gets to the final blow off top phase, you had this pump up which looked like it could have been that, but then it fell back, consolidated nicely, made a new high. A lot of times, the biggest push is right at the end. Is that going to happen? I don't know. We'll see. It's Wednesday when the CEO or the founder of Render speaks, so we'll see. So to kind of summarize, I wouldn't fade it. I wouldn't fade AI here. I think it's probably going to go most likely going to go higher during the week with the conference as long as Nvidia holds up and the stock market doesn't dip too much. But I think outside of short term trades, there's probably not a huge amount of upside to come in the near term. So I'll keep updated on that. Still long render, holding it, waiting to see, and we'll see how it goes. GM.